are some things you feel like, obviously there will always be exceptions, but the vast majority of people who are interested in toning up can focus on, I should say, that aren't specifically the workouts? Because obviously most people put that on a pedestal. You go on Google, best workouts for toning up, best workouts for weight loss, best workouts for rapid fat loss. Like, okay, the workouts play a role. They support your muscular retention and development. But what are some of the things that you have clients focus on, again, who want to tone up that aren't just the workouts?
You know what? I feel like we're all saying, like, you and I are all saying the same thing at this point. It's so not sexy. Like, it's just not sexy, but it's what fucking works. And it's eating as many vegetables as you can possibly fit into your day. Just eating vegetables constantly. Um, Protein, prioritizing your protein. Because yeah, if you want tone, if you want musculature, it's got to come from somewhere. It's coming from protein. But protein is also, again, for people who menstruate, helping with hormone production, and giving us, what's the point in losing weight if your skin's going to be saggy and wrinkly? Well, a high protein diet can help with, collagen production and keeping your skin literally tight and toned. And then, yeah, having complex carbs, again, for energy, for recovery, but also for better sleep. And fats, it's getting your macros. It's your balanced macros. It's eating green things. It's drinking water, and it's sleeping and not running yourself into the ground. And managing your stress. And I can't prioritize that enough, that like, if you are just so hyper stressed, going into like a strict diet or you're 75 hard or whatever is going to be one of the worst things that you can do for your body. Because if you're already, at a level 11 on the stress scale, your body doesn't want to lose weight. It feels very insecure at that point.
And a lot of people don't realize that a calorie deficit is a stressor, a workout is a stressor. And yes, they produce adaptations that most people are after, but they're stressors in themselves. So if your stress, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, is through the roof anyway, you're actually going to minimize your body's responsiveness to any sort of diet or transformation plan if you don't get those in check first. And one thing that I want to kind of double back to and point out is that you mentioned you took a 3-year break from dieting from 2017 to 2020 to focus on all these habits and not make, rapid fat loss the priority at all times. And I'd be willing to bet that most people listening to this have likely never gone 3 years straight without thinking they had to or prioritizing, fat loss at all times. And I get that that's scary. I get for a lot of people, they're like, well, Amber's already fit. Like I hear it now. She's already fit. She can afford to do that. I need to lose weight. It's different for me. But if you keep, like you said, if you want a different outcome, your approach has to be different. So if you're continuing to throw yourself at diet after diet after diet without actually checking the boxes that you're talking about, are you having mostly nutrient dense foods? Are you having actual green shit in your meals? That's important. Like that's not just colored candy. Like, are you having that? Are your sleep habits in a good place? Are you reasonably managing stress? Are your workouts appropriate for your stress levels and skill set in the gym? If you take your foot off the gas on the diet front to focus on that stuff first, when you do enter a diet with a predetermined length, and I'm so glad you mentioned that too, where this has an end date, not like an aggressive, I need to lose 40 pounds in 10 weeks kind of thing, but this is temporary. I'm not meant to diet forever. Again, the ironic part is you end up with faster results that actually last long term. And the thing I always tell my clients is there's no point in getting borrowed results. So if your process is wildly unsustainable, cool, we got a good before and after photo, but what does this look like in 6 weeks? And personally, I don't find that fun. If I get results, like I want to keep those things. I don't want them to go away. So again, I want to point out Amber took 3 years off from dieting to focus on these things. And you may feel like you're an exception and that you quote unquote need to lose weight. But if you don't focus on these habits first, it's unlikely that you'll do well long term.